So I was walking with the Lord this morning. The Lord is teaching me how to think so that I no longer put caps on him. See, these caps come from the world, from the matrix, the system that we grew up in. And now when we are born again, when we're born into this new kingdom, light, awareness, the Lord has us unlearn the ways of the matrix, the ways of the world. And he does that through his word. If our minds are not renewed and we're not seeing clearly a kingdom perspective and our minds are still being tainted, what happens is that he shows us the vision and we see the vision and we just pass it by. And I love the way the Lord works because he always gives you analogies based on what you are familiar with. One person looking for a house might look at that property and see it as old and run down, while another person looks at that house, very same property, and they see pure opportunity. Both of them were shown the same land, but one saw the fullness of the land, which means the glory. Remember, nature means the fullness of the glory. This analogy where one person sees that piece of real estate and they say, that's garbage. And then the other person sees the exact same piece of real estate and they see the fullness of that piece of land. The end result of that piece of land, how God showed them how it looks in heaven, and it will be here on earth. Remember, the kingdom is whatever the topic is, because your life is called to subdue, to have dominion, and to be fruitful and multiply. So the original charge to man from God has never changed. It's still here. So how do we do this now? How do we maximize in our territory what God has called us to do? Am I half-stepping? Am I doing this thing halfway? Am I not allowing the fullness of heaven to usher in the perspective of God in what God has called me to manage? How do we maximize and ensure that the fullness of the nature, God's full glory, is manifested on earth as in heaven? Because my young men shall see vision. So you'll see it, but how do you make sure that you do it how he intended it for it to be? And that's encompassed in Matthew 6. Seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things will be added unto you. But the kingdom of God is the kingdom at large. The root to every kingdom is its king. And the root to every king is his spirit. When I seek his kingdom first, I get the understanding that the end result isn't just the number. The end result is for his purpose, his riches, and his glory. The end result is getting an understanding that it's his in the first place.